everyone, welcome back to PommyInOz. I hope we're all splendidly well on this hum day, which is a bit overcast here in Melbourne. I hope it's okay where you are. First of all, huge shout out to a new member, Big Tim P. Joined the PommyInOz train, so good day to you. We will be starting the members only live streams. No, there's just two of you, but we will do it once a month like as promised, and we'll have a bit of a laugh and a bit of a crack. So if you do want to get on board, no obligation. The only obligation that would really mean a lot to me is you like, you subscribe, you share the channel. That means a lot. It really is grouse to have you. And today what we're doing is we're doing my predictions for the top 10 of the AFL Draft. So let's get into it and see what we've come up with. So in at 10, I'm going with Fremantle taking Neil ERASMUS. Now, we're doing it in reverse order, so I'll explain. There will be some matched picks. So before anyone jumps in and says Fremantle don't have 10th pick, here's why. So Neil ERASMUS and why he fits the bill for me. I think when you look at Fremantle's chart at the moment, their list, and you try and look at their depth, I'd say both ends of the ground, they'd be probably looking for someone. And ERASMUS fits the bill. In my opinion, he's one of the best key position players in the competition coming through. He's a WA area type boy, and I think he's going to be a real solid acquisition. He's good aerially. He's got very good kick. He uses his body well. He finds position really well as well. He's got real good IQ as well. For me, he's got really, really excellent read of the ball in flight. He does the simple things well. And in my opinion, he'll be someone who probably will be very early doors, knocking down the door for that 22. And I think he'll be a really good pickup as well at 10. I've got him top five material, but I just think the teams around him won't pick him up. And I think they'll be looking elsewhere. So Neil ERASMUS, I think he will end up at the mighty Dockers. Up next, we've got pick 9 and maybe a surprise for some, but I reckon Josh GIBCUS. Again, a solid key defender player. I reckon Richmond will really rub their hands with how I think the draft will go. I think this will be someone that they'll look at and they'll be like, brilliant. We've got senior players and that key defender down the back. They've brought in Tarrant as a stopgap. I reckon GIBCUS is an absolute jet. He's the modern-day key defender. Reads the ball really well. Exceptional one-on-one. Intercept. And he is a real catalyst down the back, getting the ball into the forward 50 very quickly. He starts them chains. He's a really elite level player. And he's exciting. He's a real exciting. I don't think they've had someone that exciting down the back since Alex Rance, someone that can really stop a forward kicking goals, but also turn defence into attack very quickly. And he really suits the bill for Richmond. Richmond, I think, will rub their hands at pick 9, him falling there. I just got a feeling this is how the draft will go. Could be wrong, and I could look like a complete tool, but I'm willing to take the risk. In at 8, GIBCUS. I reckon, again, they'll sort one of the pillars out and they'll get the other pillar here in GIBCUS. Again, exceptional aerial craft from the young fella. He is a real solid type footballer. He really, really uses the ball well when he has it as well, which I think is one of the exceptional things for me about Jai is a clever little foot sausage. He uses the ball really well. He's got real exceptional vertical leap as well. He's really strong one-on-one. He uses his body well. All the kind of things that you'd look for in a key forward. Real strong this year as well. He's been, just before his injury, incredibly accurate. He leads super well, and he's got a real good goal sense. He can snag off the deck as well, which for me is a real important facet when you're looking for who you're bringing in, why you're bringing in. You want them good craft type footballers, and he's a real crafty little player, and he'll be a steal for Fremantle at pick 8, and they've got their pillars sorted. In at 7, we've gone with Ben Hobbs. Look at the chisel on the kid. This kid is hard running, and he suits Sam Mitchell's philosophy. I look at what Hawks need, and I reckon that's what they're looking for. Hard running, two-way midfielders who've got the ability to find the ball, and he's real capable around goal as well. He was interrupted late this year with injury, but he is an elite ball winner who just thrives on contested ball. He is the kind of player that Sam Mitchell will look at and go, you know what, hang on, I can turn this kid into something quite special. A real solid player, and someone that I think that they will really look at and be like, yes, straight away. He's a walk. I think he'll make the 22 round one. He'll be someone that for your super coach type people I'll be looking at, because he is an absolute jet. He's got that midfield class, which is what Hawthorn are looking for. And in my opinion, absolute steal. He'll be one of them guys that I'll be looking at who could break the mold of where they were taken. And Hobbsy is one of them. 6, Adelaide. Now, this one might be a little bit earlier, but I've got a feeling that Big Nas will be taken. Now, famous name, the Wanganeen-Milera. They've got a couple of the royalty out there in South Australia. And he is absolutely brilliant. He's the nephew of the Port Adelaide, Gavin, obviously Essendon as well, and he glides like his uncle. He's incredibly skillful, slight of foot, precision with both ends of his feet as well. And he can turn the game with his ability just to duck and dive and hit lead-up targets. He is what I think, if I look at Adelaide's list, they've got a lot of players, but I think they need a bit of variety, a little bit of je ne sais quoi in that midfield. And this wingman is supreme. And yes, 6 may be a little bit early, because on my depth chart at the moment, Big Nas, I've got him probably 12 to 15. He is a jet, though. And I think that they'll take him at 6. And I think I've just got a feeling. It suits the bill. He likes recruiting internally. He really slots into that. He is elite straight away, and someone that I think, if you take the punt now, Adelaide can afford to. He's exceptional. He's exceptional. There's no getting away from it. In at 5, we've got Josh Ward. Now, Josh Ward, Northern Knights boy. He's been a real solid midfielder. He's a real good accumulator as well. He's real tidy with his left side of his body as well, and he finds the ball. He's really in everything that Northern Knights do. And I think they're looking for some engine room work. They're looking for some class. And he complements that wonderful midfield they're building there in the terms of that they've got Rao, they've got Ander. Add Josh Ward in there, and you've got a 10-year midfield. You've got a real 10-year midfield. He's a real exceptional player who can really impact games. But I think what is more important is he understands the value of good ball use as well. And he looks to find players. He looks to find players that can play. He's a real consistent performer as well. What you see is what you get, and he really suits Anderson as well. Having 2 of them prolific type players that can really week on week produce and give you output. And he is real solid, reliable. He's got real good head on his shoulders. He's really clean in the contest. He looks to make things happen. He's the type of player that I think at Gold Coast slots in straight away. And he's someone that I'm really excited about seeing. I think Josh Ward will go to Gold Coast. Then at pick 4, Finn Callaghan. Now, this is a tough one with GWS because they have a plethora, don't they, of midfielders. But this guy is a weapon. He's got a booming kick. He's fast. And I think GWS lack a bit of pace. He has got so many strings to his bow that it's probably hard to see why he isn't pick 1. He comes from elite pedigree as well. Commonwealth Games, 400-meter. Brett is his dad. And he's like that. He has got an incredible engine, which suits the GWS style. He's quick, though. He's got a huge turn of pace. He's got a bullet-like left peg. He really makes things happen. He looks to attack as well. He gets his own ball and he takes off. And I think GWS will look at this and think, you know what? We got Coggy there. We got Canelio. This kid works out. There is another first rounder there in them two. A few first rounders you could have, dependent on how they play this year. He's got everything he wants. 189 as well. So he's becoming that modern day midfielder size as well. This guy, for me, should be in the conversation of top 2 players. He has got everything. Shows how good DAICOS is and Horn that this guy isn't, because in another year, this guy could be. He is a phenomenal talent. I just think that GWS, they probably don't need him, but the fact that they haven't traded that pick to go down suggests to me they know what's coming. They know what's coming. And I predict that they will have a bid on this guy, and that is Sam Darcy. Father, son, The Doggies, they've rotted the system again. He's a phenomenal player. Key forward, goes down the back, and he can also tap out in the ruck as well. Son of Luke. He is very raw, but 204 with the ability and the athleticism he's got. He is phenomenal. And what is amazing about this kid is wherever he's gone, whether it's been forward, like you look at the 6 goals he scored in the trial match, or he's gone down back against Oakley this year and he had 11 intercept marks. He did it again later on the season. He is phenomenal. He is phenomenal, and he is a quality pickup for them. And when you think you've got Hagan there, you've got Norton forward, these guys, Doggies, are building something really special. And I wouldn't be surprised to see them use this kid kind of like Jeremy Howe at Collingwood, who suddenly went down back as a highly rated forward and changed the game, because he has got an elite field kick as well. He is a real solid player. And I think pick 3, because of a match bid, I think you'll see this guy. In at 2, and I reckon that they're going to do something dodgy north. I reckon they'll bid on DAICOS. You've got to. Like, for me, you know Collingwood are going to do it. Bid on him. Bid on him. Make them burn them picks ASAP. If they don't, I'm going to be fuming. And there's talk that, Horn might be upset. Screw it. Because it's a competition. You want to burn them picks as quickly as possible. You don't want to run the risk, because if it starts getting to second, GWS might start thinking, well, you know what? Shall we just take best available? It becomes a mockery. The sooner we can stipulate top 10 players not being tied, the better for me. But Jason Horne-Francis, what a player. He's got it all. Big, strong, goal kicking, defensively sound, accumulator, head over the ball type football. He's strong. He's strong. And I think what is amazing is he's got toughness, but he's skillful. And North Melbourne will rub their hands, because this is like Ben Cunnington on steroids for them. And I reckon they'll be super stoked with this pickup. He is a franchise player. He is a player that will play 10, 12 years, no dramas, and will be top of his tree. He is a phenomenal player. And North are building quite a good little list just quietly. That they've really got some good young talent there, and he slots in there. Real hard edge to him, but he's classy. Classy. Runs all day. Kind of player that you really do froth. And I'm really excited about seeing him come into the competition. Jason Horne-Francis. And because of the match bid, pick 1. We don't know how they've done it. Worst kept secret in AFL. Nick DAICOS. And we know I froth this kid. I can't help but do it, though. In my opinion, I think he is the standout. I think he is the standout. This kid finds the ball. He was born to play footy. This kid is the Nostradamus of the football world. He sees things before they happen. He has that gift. He has that uncanny-like gift, like Pendlebury does, that time stands still. Time stands still for this kid. He has time. Question marks always is over pressure, but this kid, I think when you say things like that and his disposal under pressure is poor, you don't understand what his role is. His role is to make things happen. I always look at Steph Curry. What Kerr loves about Steph Curry is he can miss 33-pointers, but he'll take the 31st and he'll bang in 10 straight away. And that's what DAICOS is. He is that type of guy that you give him the ball and you say, kid, just go out and have fun and make things happen. And he makes things happen. 41 touches against Vic County just says this kid he's a piss take. He's a piss take. And in my opinion, Horn's good, but DAICOS, you pay to watch DAICOS. This kid is another level. Another level. Another level. And Fly's going to look at this 22 and say, DAICOS will be one of the first 3 picked at Collingwood. That's how good he is. He's a solid player. And the fact that we're going to get a player as good as DAICOS in the league, when we've got Walsh and we've got Tracker and stuff, it's exciting. This is a golden age of AFL coming up. And DAICOS, he's going to make that Collingwood-Carlton rivalry so good. So good. Because he's class. He's class. He's got everything that you want in a footballer. And Collingwood have done well to manipulate the system to somehow get him when you've got fuck all picks. I mean, Gold Coast paid for DAICOS. Balmy. But real solid footballer. Obviously, the legend's name as well. So you've got the Silvanis now holding Carlton's end up, and you've got DAICOS now back at Collingwood, the DAICOS brothers. Real exciting. real sign prospect. But there are my 10 picks. That's how I think the top 10 of the draft is going to go. Let me know how you think. I will be live for this on Blue Abroad. And if you haven't done already, please check out PommySportsAlmanac.com.au. All your print needs. We've got sports needs there. We've got sports prints. Basketball's going up this weekend. Cricket, football, soccer, you name it. We've got it. Please help support it. It is my new business venture, so hate to leech on my subs, but there you go. But it is a bit of fun. Please, just any questions, let me know. Until next time, though, stay safe. See you tomorrow for Best and Fairest with Terry. Pom out.